It's time to visit IT, swing in a hammock, and hop off the struggle bus right here on The Echo. Good morning, and welcome back to another week of The Echo. I'm Jacob Zwart, and today is Friday, May 25th, 2018. 2 Fridays ago, many of you may have attended a party. In a haze of snow cones and volleyball, the street party was bumping with DJ Trevor Zion laying down the tracks. There were many activities to do all night long, like an obstacle course, beanbags, and Jenga. The rest of us were running, jumping, and eating. In fact, there was plenty to eat. Hot dogs, walking tacos, popcorn, and more. This year's watermelon eating contest winner was 2-time champ Zach Tucker. It was a great time for all who went. Guess I don't have to tell you the school year will be over soon. In the classrooms around the building, many of us are facing bigger projects, longer papers, and final tests. But there's one constant no matter the time of the year. It's the dreaded H word. How do you best handle the horde of homework that never seems to end? The Echo's Caitlin Olmstead took a look into the method used by some students. Here's what she found.
Over the course of 4 years, you tend to learn a lot, like math, English, science, but most importantly, you learn a lot about yourself.
Study habits are important to pick up, but not everybody has the same methods of studying.
Breaking it up into smaller segments and repeating that over and over again, taking breaks from studying can be very beneficial as well.
Some prefer music, silence, or even helping others study. A student at HHS enjoys hanging out while doing his homework. No music and just enjoying nature.
I would choose hammocking because it's just a nice way to just be able to relax on like a nice summer day, in the shade too.
Patrick Curtis, a senior here, has found his study method by trying out new ideas from his friends.
I saw some other people do it, some of my friends, and I was like, that looks pretty cool, so I thought I should try it out for myself.
Some students spend most of their time helping others get their homework on track and make sure they understand what they're doing.
Peer tutor is fun because you kind of just hang out after school or before school like one day a week, and then you kind of just hang out with your friends and like work on stuff.
Eric Bacon, a peer tutor, spends 1 day a week before or after school hanging out with friends and helping others with homework.
There are a lot of students that I know where they get behind on notes or like textbook readings, and then it's really hard to catch up at the end of the unit. So I would just always try to stay on top of your assignments.
If you're behind on homework, feel free to talk to a peer tutor. Eliminating distractions is the biggest thing for studying. Students tend to check their phone more often than not.
Best thing that you can do for yourself is to try to eliminate as many distractions as you can so you can focus.
Even if you think you have your study habit all figured out, it doesn't hurt to try new ones just to see which one works best.
I mean, doing a little every day will probably help, and because if you do that over time, you're gonna just memorize it, like muscle memory almost.
There are times where like if you're studying at home and you hear people in your house, that can be distracting. So, noise canceling headphones if you have anything like that.
Making sure that you've got like visual notes, I think that helps kids remember things.
Look for the upperclassmen in the hall or go to the counseling office and visit Mr. Cooper for some more study advice. This is Caitlin Olmstead, signing off for my last time with The Echo.
Thanks for those helpful tips, guys and gals. Who knew lying in a hammock could be so beneficial? I know I'll be stringing up my mock soon to get some studying done. This past Monday, many HHS students who have done a whole ton of studying were invited to the annual awards night. Praiseworthy recognition was handed out to a slew of outstanding students in a variety of different subjects. Also, an impressive number of scholarships were distributed to some graduating seniors.
I mean, it feels great to get a scholarship. It's really nice for all of these donors to give back to our community.
All students have a common goal to walk across the stage at Todd Field to pick up their diploma at graduation. The path that we take to get to that spot is different for everyone, but some students have to jump high and jump often to make it around the obstacles in their way. Here's the Echo's Callie McNary with the story.
Going into high school, there are always challenges to get to graduation day. One senior had to go through many in order to walk across the stage and finalize her high school career.
So in 7th grade, I was diagnosed with juvenile idiopathic arthritis, and because of this, my jawbone disintegrated, and so I had to get surgery to replace my joint with titanium, and then I had some other problems with my jawbone, so I had chronic pain, and through high school I lived with chronic pain, and then I was diagnosed with arthritis and other joints about my junior year of high school.
Dealing with this illness has made it very hard for Sophie to deal with her daily life. But through the support from her friends and family, she's finding herself on track to graduate in 15 days.
School, that was a big thing, coming to school even when you're in pain and making sure to do everything, keep on top of hanging out with your friends and sleep and school and doing social activities. It kind of all plays into effect with pain, so keeping on top of those things were hard to do, but I managed.
One of her 3 sisters even helped Sophie in a special way.
We had her first major surgery. I was 10 or 11 years old, and I remember I was like, I'm gonna try save money for her surgery. So I saved $77 from all my babysitting money and all the money my grandma paid me for helping her do things.
Coming to school was still hard for Sophie, but with the help of her school counselor,
and she did it beautifully and with grace, and is graduating with college credits under her belt. She's in a good place health-wise right now.
Transitioning from one school to another, PSEO gave Sophie
gave me a little bit of flexibility with my schedule because I missed a lot of school freshman and sophomore year, so I wasn't taking a full load of classes here at the high school. So I was able to take classes I wanted to during doing PSEO, and I feel like because of my disease, I've just kind of matured faster than most of my peers, so it was just kind of the best choice for me.
Another thing Sophie did despite her disease is
I started the support group because I know people with a chronic illness, it's tough. It's not easy to live your life with a chronic illness, let alone being in high school trying to manage everything high school offers as well as a chronic illness. And it's just a place for a whole bunch of high schoolers with a disease to come together and talk about the struggles they face.
People are so proud of Sophie and all of her accomplishments.
I'm proud of Sophie for being able to graduate because she's been through so much and has missed so much school.
She's the strongest person I know.
This is Callie McNary signing off for the last time for The Echo.
Wow, congrats Sophie on graduating soon, and good luck in the next journey of your life. Also, if you ever find yourself struggling, make sure to talk to your counselor. They would love to help you. Another group of students continually showing support for each other is the girls lacrosse team. This season has been tough on Glax. The girls have just won 2 out of their 16 games. This past Tuesday, the girls played Matamidi, a tough opponent. They ended up losing, but they left with their heads held high. The team is looking forward to next week when they start section play. Good luck out there, girls. You don't have to be a senior to have a good idea of what you want to pursue after high school. Many in the lower grades already have their eye on their particular prize. For many students, this includes a stop at college. For others, there's one career path that many people have a misconception about. The Echo's Sammy Bacon tells us more.
One part of our school is unknown by many people, but for some students and teachers, most of their day is spent here. Mr. Dietz has been a teacher in the Industrial Technology Pod for 11 years.
I teach the drafting classes, most of the wood classes, game design and programming, and also some of the driver's ed classes.
Mr. Dietz has a passion for teaching these classes, and some students at HHS are following in his footsteps. Scotty Tewin, a senior at HHS, has taken multiple IT classes throughout his high school career.
I took small engines and basic woods my freshman year, metals my sophomore year, advanced woods my junior year, and now this year I'm in advanced metals and autos.
Metals is one of the many industrial tech classes at our school, and it happens to be Scotty's favorite.
Definitely metals. just because I don't know, I just like welding and working with metal, and I really like Mr. Newman too.
He even knows what he wants to do after graduation.
Next year I'm attending Dakota County Tech for electrical construction, and after that I'd like to pursue a career in that field.
Scotty is excited to pursue this career and happy he found his calling. As we discovered information on Scotty's path, another student caught our eye. Sarah Johnson is a sophomore who also takes IT classes at HHS.
I took small engines and wreck vehicles last year, and I'm taking house wiring this year.
Although she is a sophomore, Sarah has had a few changes in what she wants to do after high school.
I wanted to be a lawyer, but I've changed my mind recently because 8 more years of school, so I just want to be a linesman or just go into HVAC or something like that.
Sarah has learned many things so far in these classes and has even taken up a special project.
Last year we had this huge lawnmower. Like Davenport wheeled it in and all the guys were like, "Whoa, who's that for?" And he's like, "Sarah gets to fix it." Like, yeah, it was a good day.
Sarah and Scotty could not have been where they are today without the help of Mr. Dietz. Mr. Dietz is such an influential teacher that he won a special award.
I received a Minnesota Tech Ed Teacher of the Year award, which I was very honored to receive. I'm certainly no more qualified than anybody else, but it was a definite honor.
If you are interested in learning more, feel free to talk to Scotty, Sarah, or Mr. Dietz with any questions. I'm Sammy Bacon, reporting for The Echo.
If you haven't decided what career path you'd like to go into, you may want to consider a path in a technical field. There's much more to say about this topic, and we're already preparing a follow-up story for next week's show that focuses on Dakota County Technical College. Hey, before we wrap up today's show, a big unwrapping took place the other day. I'm talking about the 2017-2018 yearbook.
I'm really glad that we're all done with it, but I'm really excited to see everybody's faces when they first open the books.
You can pick up your hot copy of this year's yearbook right after our show. I'm telling you, it looks great. Hey, the long weekend, the first weekend of summer, is just about here. Be sure to stop back next Friday as we air the last episode of the 2018 season. I'm your host, Jacob Zwart. Thanks for watching us today on The Echo.